Welcome, one and all, to the Best in Jest, with your two hosts, the man who recently caught a New Jersey drone using a makeshift net, Professor Lando, and the man who recently bought his first drone, but it got caught by a makeshift net by a crazy person, Commander Connor.
Hey, it's Mary,
Mary. Mary.
This one's for the wicked, there's no time for rest.
Now is the time that we put to the test. Who is the best in jest?
Oh, man.
Come on.
The Christmas episode.
wait, what episode is it? It's not 25, is it?
What? No.
No.
Well, if you count, I think if you counted every single episode we scrapped, I think it would be,
Oh.
hypothetically
Yeah?
speaking.
What episode are we on? We don't know.
I think it's like 22.
No. Really?
I think we scrapped like 3
I don't
things.
like looking at you.
Listeners, you are referencing to the listeners that I'm dressed like Santa Claus.
Yeah. It's not a... He has a big... it's not a Santa... Oh, it's... It's scary.
I'm scary?
You don't
Me?
you don't look like yourself. It makes me uncomfortable.
Why?
There's something wrong.
What's wrong?
It's the mouth. It's the mouth. There's something about the mouth. I don't know. It's
What?
nothing. Doing. It's anyway.
I'm wearing a Santa Claus beard,
Yeah.
dressed like Santa, because it's Christmas. This is the Christmas episode, which was news to me. I didn't realize it was Christmas.
We didn't want to have another Halloween, unfortunately.
Well, we sat down and you're like, "Do you want to dress up?" And I was like, "For what?" And you're like, "It's Christmas." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then we checked the calendar. It's like, that's right. It's Christmas week.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have a Santa Claus costume on hand.
On hand. Apparently, he left for, I kid you not, 120 seconds, and he came back just full Christmas Santa.
Finally.
It's like he was ready.
And we got our little nativity scene, kind of.
Yeah.
There's like, we got two little, this is basically our 5 minutes before recording. We had this whole idea, like, on holidays, it would be special. And it's like, oh, crap. The lights, right? It's kind of Christmassy.
Wow.
You threw on a green jacket to match my red.
That's right. And it's not from Halloween.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
See? Ooh. It's Christmassy. Yeah, I guess I didn't even. I thought we were going to talk about Game Awards, but are we going to talk about
We could talk about
Christmas?
Christmas if you want.
Ooh, we want this to be a happy episode.
Yeah, I was gonna ask something that's completely unrelated because it's been on my mind, and I was
Okay.
gonna wait for the podcast.
Mhm.
What is mewing?
What is mewing?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, you don't know what mewing is?
Not really.
So
okay,
So mewing. So there's like mewing in practice, and then there's like how it's known on the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna describe mewing to you in practice.
okay,
So mewing is this act of like, so there's this category of things you can do to your body to make it more quote unquote attractive, like changing the parameters of your body. Like, you ever heard of like stretching out your penis little by little?
well, like getting a boner.
No, but like permanent length.
What?
People, they say you can like stretch it. You've never heard of something like this?
Like, why are you doing like a?
Oh, I'm doing like
You're doing like a taffy machine.
Laffy taffy. or like I don't know, some kind of. It's usually hocus pocus, right? Like, if you, I can't think of an example
Sure.
right now.
If you
like
just do something enough.
like I don't know, if you hang upside down for 5 minutes every day, you're gonna become that much taller.
see.
Or like I thought of like penis length because it's a lot of like, hocus pocus,
Sure,
like
yeah, yeah.
myth. Like people are like, oh, I can get a 1/4 of an inch if I stretch it a little bit every day or something like that. Mewing is in that category,
Okay.
where, but instead of height or penis length, or I'm trying to think of another example. What do other people do?
Yeah, you're just listening to the ones I need.
God, it really only applies to penis length and height. Really? No, there's yeah, I don't know. But so mewing refers to like your chin. Your like
Your jawline.
your jawline. Yeah, that's the word, jawline.
And you have to do something.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, supposedly, I forget exactly, but it's some sort of like clenching of the mouth and some sort of placing your tongue a specific way against the hard palate of your mouth or something. Basically, it's just like tightening your jaw so that you are in like a constant state of like. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm pausing because it like doesn't, it makes no sense and it sounds crazy.
This is insane.
It's like I think it hinges on the idea of like if you breathe, if you're a mouth breather, it's bad for your looks. Like they have, okay, so this is like pseudoscience because it will draw from some things in science and then make wild claims based on it, based on the quote unquote evidence. So like if a child sleeps like with their mouth open for their entire like developmental period, they'll be all like fucked up and their chins will recede into
backwards.
yeah, and they're all like, you know, the chins are all the way back in their necks and they're all like kind of fucked up. So it's this like, if you sleep with your mouth open, it's bad, right? For you, apparently. And so it's not necessarily in lieu of that, but it's kind of like this, this jaw placement matters. And you will literally develop a different looking jaw based on where you're, you know, what's going on with your mouth. So mewing is this act of like, again, like the penis thing, which doesn't work, by the way. You clench your jaw and it will make your jawline, your chin, like more sharper and refined.
There's no way that works. I've been clenching my jaw for all my life. like anxiety clenching my jaw. But maybe there's like a way to do you extend it? Like a, yeah?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think you need to. Well, okay. So then there's that. There's like the act of mewing, which I think has been like discredited, or maybe not discredited, but I think either the guy or one of the people involved went to jail for like trying it out on like children. I think the children got hurt or something.
The fuck?
I think he went to jail or he got in trouble or something.
Okay.
And I think a good comparison maybe is like beard hair. You know, it's this kind of like pseudoscience. Some people have evidence of it working. Like, if you roll it with the little pin thing, it'll come in thicker. And it's like you see some videos and people have like, yeah, it's a little thicker, but by and large, you know, it's kind of so mewing is like that. But then there's like the second part of it, which is like the internet part of it, the way it's presented online. Mewing is like a meme because whether it started kind of ironically, or I think it comes from like a serious place where there's like videos. There's this, where you point to the chin. The Rizzler does that.
Yeah, I thought it was the
Costco guy. The Riz. My life is so fucking.
That's how I know about mewing. I know it from a 7-year-old online.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
God.
Mewy Christmas though.
Mewing Christmas.
Mewy Christmas.
No, that can't be the title of this.
Mewing Christmas.
But, people would do this, right? Because it's sort of, because it's so ridiculous, people started to, I don't know what the word is, not associated with, the joke is that, like, you associate mewing with being like a high-class alpha male because you're so above it all.
Yeah.
You're so much better than other people. So this thing that the Rizzler does, where he does the hush thing with his finger and he points to his jaw. It's like it's basically what it is in like an example. Someone would say like, "Hey, what's going on, pal?" And you go, "Shh, I can't talk." Why? Because I'm mewing right now. And that makes me superior because while you're busy yapping, I'm mewing.
I see.
I'm perfecting my body. So it's like, shush, you lowly creature, you talk, I'm mewing and chiseling my jawline. That's what the meme online is.
Kidding.
And that's what this. So when the Rizzler goes like this, he's mewing. It's like he's not actually mewing. I don't think he spends his nights like clenching his jaw and mewing. But it's like this ironic.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like
I'm better than you. Giga Chad is
yes.
That's so bizarre. I thought it was because everyone's doing
yeah. What did you think?
Well, everyone was doing that hush thing, and I thought it came from Faker. because that's what Faker does. Faker does this hush thing, and then they point to their chin. I'm like, oh, did Faker start mewing? I didn't. I was confused, and that's why I asked, because I was seeing him do it the other day. I'm like, oh, Faker, that's the mewing thing. But I guess that was just completely random bullshit.
Faker, I don't. Yeah, that's what mewing is.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. That was my Christmas gift this year.
mewing
Just
Christmas.
Just tell me what
Should
mewing
the
is.
thumbnail be us going like
Mewing? Yeah, we can work on that.
do it right now? Point to your yeah.
Oh, this. I'm like taking my vital signs. I can't even do it right.
You don't need a mew though.
Why? No, I have a jaw.
You have a pretty sharp jawline. But also, I think if
It's
you
the
have
beard.
it's a beard, you don't need a mew. You have a beard.
Because if I remove the beard, my jawline is like
No, but you still have a pretty good jawline.
it's not there. It's less defined. Mewing.
Yeah. So that's what mewing is.
Okay.
Um,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. This year went by really quickly.
It's not over yet, friend.
God, the
We got-
longest 2 weeks of my life.
That's right.
About to happen right here at the tail end of
we gotta save
2024.
we gotta save the this year went by fast.
Yeah.
In the New Year's episode next week.
Getting a little ahead of myself.
Yeah, that's right.
I did want to talk. Yeah, we went to dinner and I was like, New Year's resolutions. What are you gonna?
No, not yet.
No. Okay.
Christmas.
Christmas. We had our Christmas party. We had some friends over.
Yeah, that was excellent.
we had like a little fire pit and we had like drinks and food and stuff. Okay, so my Christmas party story that I want to tell involves you.
Uh-oh.
We played Mafia, which is like this social deduction game. You know, like what's the video game version?
Salem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Town of Salem.
Yep.
A One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Mafia.
Yep.
I think they call it Secret Hitler or something. There's like a version of it.
That sounds familiar.
And we played basically Mafia, just for with our friends and stuff. Because also it's like a good way to learn people's names, and
yeah.
you know, it was fun. And so Kane was also playing, and so basically what the game is like 3 people are like the bad guys. In our version, they were the elves.
Yeah.
The evil elves. And the elves pick people to kill, you know. And then the rest of the people are trying to deduce based on, you know, who the game who's the elves, right? And Connor was the elf in the first round. And so we don't really have any info to go off of. I'm just pointing fingers and whatever. And I pointed a finger randomly to one of the girls at the party. I was like, you know what? You're just suspicious. Everyone, let's vote for this girl, right? Which, saying that out loud makes me look suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was like, you know what? Based on this arbitrary thing and this non-substantiated thing, I think it's this girl. And everyone's like, yes. And Kane was like, yes. And then you got to vote on who to quote unquote kill. You vote him out of the game. And so it was like 3, 2, 1. Everyone points, right? And then once you vote someone off, the round ends. The night ends, right? And so pointed, she's dead. Round ends, and at the very end, I look at Connor and I go, it's Connor! Everyone, listen, you have to listen to me now. He's going to kill me right now. It's Connor. And you were one.
It was me.
And so I sussed you out, basically. And my story is that I wanted to tell everyone how I sussed him out. And the way that I knew it was you was because the way you were talking, you used a very specific voice, okay? And the reason I thought it was you is because at the very end, when I was like, it's her, everyone vote, I noticed, because you were sitting kind of close to me, you go, yeah, you know, that makes sense. I think it is her. Something like that.
Sure.
Some very just throwaway comment, like, yeah. And I heard you say that, and I looked at you, and I go, it's Connor. I know it's Connor because this voice you used, it's the same voice. I told you this at the party. I said, how I knew it was you is you use the voice you use when you and I go to like a social event, like TwitchCon, and you're pretending to care about what the other person is telling us. We go to some mixer and he's like, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh yeah, is that right? You used your lying voice, and I was able to suss you out in our game of Mafia.
It's the I don't know what you would call it. It's my telephone voice. It's like if I was talking to my like insurance agent or something voice.
Well, it's
The formal event voice.
it's not just like, oh, I could tell when you're lying. It's no, I can tell when you're pretending to care is the specific
How
point
often
of it.
do you think I'm doing that? I'm curious.
Well, I never really thought about it until that moment where I realized, because I was like, it's her. And you go, yeah, I think it's her. And I was like, no, you don't. I could tell by the way you're saying that. And I was like, wait, that's the voice he uses when he's going, oh, that's cool. How was that? Or something.
Next convention, everyone's gonna be really listening really hard.
They don't listen to this podcast. What do they do?
No, I mean fans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like if we meet them
They're
or
like,
something.
I traveled all this way, and I go, oh yeah.
But I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
how did you feel in that moment? Because the round had just started, and at the very end, I look at you and I go, I know in my heart that it's Connor. What did you think in that moment?
I was drunk to an extent. Well, maybe not drunk, but like inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like, oh, he's fucking with me. I knew you knew. And I was trying to figure out what I had done to completely give it away. Because I was also, every time I do those games, I'm like, okay, I'm not very good at this. And the second you jumped on me, I'm like, did I like scratch my eyelid or like, what is he's got discombobulate or something. Like you're doing your Sherlock Holmes fucking 40-step program in your head. I had no idea. I was like, I must have done something. And then the thing is, when stuff like that happens for me, I get quiet because to me, damage control is even more sus. But the fact I was quiet was even worse.
I think being loud is the way to go, but it's hard because you'll trap yourself by saying something.
Yeah.
But I wish I got a chance to be the evil one because I wanted to see. We've never played this together, so I want to see if you could tell that I was lying.
I think the odds of that are pretty low.
What?
For some reason, I don't think I could. I'm not good at these deception games. They're hard.
Are you good at poker?
I don't know how to play.
Are you good at Among Us?
Not really. Not really. My thing with Among Us is everyone in Among Us fucking talks. I don't say anything, and they wipe each other out. You did it. No, you fucking did. No, you fucking. And then suddenly, I won, and everyone's dead, and I don't say anything.
Talking too much could be. That's what got me killed.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I'm like, oh no, I've talked way too much. They're gonna kill me, and they did. You did.
Yeah.
Is that why you killed me? Were you like, we gotta kill him?
Yeah, because you just would shut up. Because they start pointing at other people too, and you were right about them. You're like, oh, and it's her. And everyone shut their eyes, and they opened their eyes, and they were pointing at other people to kill. And I was like trying to point it.
I should be like I don't know what job could possibly. I should be an FBI. Do they check your record if they hire you?
Huh?
At the FBI?
Do they check your record before they hire you?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I would say.
Like
what record do you have?
Your history. I don't have a record, but like, do they check you out? Like how thoroughly?
Probably. I don't know. Why?
I don't know. Would they let me do it, do you think?
If you were good at it. I don't think you could put werewolf on your resume.
Oh, damn.
Maybe. You never know.
But well, because, I'm a vibes guy. We've established
You can
this.
sniff people out, yeah.
And when you play these games like Mafia,
Yeah.
Kane's a very logic-driven person when it comes to it. He's like, no, think about the way they voted. But me, I'm like, I didn't like the way that person looked right there. But the thing is, I'm like usually right about that.
Yeah.
Gotta trust your instinct.
It's just it's raw intuition.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's been so long. Has it been a long time? No, that was 3 days ago. The party?
Did we miss an episode?
Wait. No. You what?
Did we miss a week?
Dude, my lips look full as hell. The beard.
His lips are just protruding from that beard.
It's really
It
annoying
looks like it's
me.
cutting off circulation.
It's really itchy.
It's like you can take it off if you want, man.
Oh, come on, but they're immersion.
That's true.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. Yeah, we had a little Christmas party, and I was thinking, I like that. I don't know if this is just happens when you're an adult, but usually when you host something, it almost feels like you're taking care of children.
Yeah, it's stress.
It's stressful, but you want them to like get along.
Yeah.
And you want to like facilitate. And the thing is, when a party happens, there's, what they always say, like you show up late or
Yeah.
something. There is that the beginning of a party.
It's a little
awkward.
shaky.
It's a little shaky. It's like it hasn't really gotten like going yet.
Yeah.
And just it's bright
part
out.
of the
and
process.
part of the process. And you want to like, whenever you host something, you want to like kind of facilitate like, but like people start trickling in, and I knew everyone, of course, because my party, but like not everyone knew each other.
Right.
But it was like Sims in real life.
It was.
It was like Sims in real life, because I'd open it, you come in, and then people would start talking. I'm like, oh, that's great, they're talking. And then these people would start talking, like, oh my God. And then I set up this whole like campfire outside.
Yeah.
People walked out by
They use it.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're talking about.
And I was like, oh my God, yes.
I spend money on this. They're using the thing that I want them to enjoy.
What if Santa had a chin strap like this? Would it be?
No, I don't think
He needs the mustache.
it's like Amish Santa.
What do you call that?
Amish Santa?
Like that beard
Oh,
without the. Is there a
I
name?
think that was pretty much a chin strap. Normally they're like super thin.
I'm taking it off.
Okay.
It's too itchy.
It looked horrible, and I hated it. Burn it.
Do you want to try it on? It's only got my DNA over 50% of the
I
surface
could.
area.
I could try it on. Have you been sick recently?
Yes. That speaking of, I always get sick around this time of the year because this is the second Game Awards I've missed because I'm sick.
Ah, true.
I'm gonna feel like I'm eating a single strand of hair for the next 3 hours, by the way.
I'm sorry.
This is the second Game Awards I've missed because I'm sick.
Yeah.
But you went. How was
I
that?
did go. It was great. I don't know. Should we talk about it? Do you want to talk about it? Or do you want to talk about your...
What was I just talking about? Do you think I have ADHD? Do you think I have ADHD? Truly?
You got something.
What do you think?
There's something in
Like,
there.
do you think I might have it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do.
Why?
I think it's more... not. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is ADHD. It's definitely not like me, and I have ADHD. But you can't stick to one thing continuously. Like you move around a lot.
Who
and-
can though? Shit.
Well, people
What?
people without ADHD
Oh my
probably. I think, and I don't even know if that's a symptom of ADHD, but to me it is. I don't know. That you veer off. Just in conversation, you veer off a lot.
Is ADHD is a symptom of it not being able to speak properly?
That might be early signs of stroke.
Okay, well I have something else where I can't speak. I tripped up all my words right there.
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot. Should I be worried?
Well, here's the thing. I was doing that recently,
Uh-huh.
and it made me anxious because I thought I was like having brain bleeds or something. And I was going, yeah, and I wouldn't.
Dude, that's been me.
But the thing is, you only have to do it once, and then you think to yourself, wait, why'd I do that?
Oh, no.
And then you start doing it more because you probably do it a bunch, but you don't even think about it. But the time you catch it, now you are on red alert and keeping track of it.
I've been doing it a lot.
Yeah.
I went to say bacon Western cheeseburger.
Okay.
Oh, you think that's a hard word? Just
Kind of.
on a baseline
That's kind of
level?
sounded like a mess to me. That's just a bunch of
At
different
Carl's
words.
Jr. Hardee's, I
It's
get
kind
a
of rough.
bacon Western cheeseburger.
Bacon Western cheeseburger.
I ate a bacon waken burger. What else recently?
Should've said it with a baby voice.
I wanted to say the Grinch, and I said the Crinch.
The cringe.
And so lately,
That one's weird.
I've been like
Bacon Western cheeseburger.
bacon waken burger.
That one's rough. I have
Bacon
to lock
Western.
in to say that. Say it fast.
Bacon Western cheeseburger. It's very easy, actually.
No, dude, it's. But the thing is, I would have said like bacon cheeseburger or something. The fact that you went bacon waken, like
Yeah. Well,
fucking Dr. Seuss disease.
I was thinking too far ahead or something, or backwards. Bacon. What? Go back to the last word.
Did I say bacon?
Bacon again. Waken. What am I doing? But it's because I thought to myself, I know we said we're not going to get into resolution stuff, but
Okay.
I thought to myself, I need to like be smarter. Two things need to happen. One or the other.
Okay.
I either need to get smarter or I need to get dumber, I think.
One's easier than the other.
I don't know if that's true.
Which one do you think is easier?
Getting smarter.
No.
You think getting stupider is easier?
Lobotomies are so cheap.
But I'm not going to lobotomize myself. Realistically speaking,
Punch it.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, well, okay, I do agree. I think
To a functional level.
getting smarter
Listen, guys.
is easier.
Getting smarter on like to apply in your life is really easy, actually.
Yeah.
How do I do blank? I go online, I learn how to do it, read a book.
Learn.
I now know how to do that. I've gotten smarter. What is this? I need to, like, you can look up vocabulary
Yeah.
on the website or dictionary or whatever, thesaurus.com. Oh, that's a word I didn't know. Now I know it. I'm now smarter.
Yeah.
But like profoundly so, it's hard to be dumber.
It is
Truly.
because you have a set intelligence, I feel.
Yeah, I can't because the New Year's coming along. We're talking about like resolutions and whatever. And I thought to myself, just like reflecting, and I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed out. I was thinking to myself, like this party we just had too, just kind of stressed out doing this stuff. And we're at the gym, and I was like, I either need to become way smarter or I need to become dumber. Because we have a friend at the Christmas party we saw him.
Yeah.
And he is, I've known him for, oh God, maybe like 7 years at this point. But he's really fit, incredibly fit. He has a very serious, taxing job, and he is always out partying as well.
Yeah.
So he goes to party. He has a very stressful job, and goes to the gym, and he does like extra physical stuff. Like he takes fighting classes too, on top of the gym, on
Jesus
top of his
Christ.
laborious job, and he goes party. And I brought this up because I'm like, I love that guy, because we had this party and I invited him, and he would say like, oh, I have work that day, but I'll show up when I'm off work. And I'm like, dude, I love him because every time I invite him, he's just like, when? Sure, I'll be there. And whenever I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, how you been? And he'll just tell me about his life, and it's just like, I'm like, holy shit, how do you that seems like a lot. Very stressful, demanding. But he seems he's older than us.
Yeah.
But every time, and maybe you could vouch for this, he seems younger than us.
He does, yeah.
He seems like he has more like energy
Yep.
and like more. We seem old, and he's like, I think he's like 5 years older than us or
Yeah.
something like that. And we were just talking about him, like, yeah, I love that guy. And I thought like, we were just, I forget exactly what, but we were kind of comparing it to ourselves and like how we can. I told you, I always feel like inspired when I hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
Like even down to a level where I'm like, I should stand up straighter. Don't you think he stands up really straight?
Yeah, he's got great posture.
He's got good posture even.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was saying like, yeah, I love that guy because every time I'm around him, he's like a positive force on me.
Yeah.
Right. And so we were talking about, again, because the New Year's around the corner, like going back to the gym consistently, blah, 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 and like not letting ourselves get, like bogged down, like get in our own way. Like, let's live a positive life.
Yep.
And I was talking about my friend, and you said something that was like kind of offhand, but I found it very profound. I was like, yeah, like we should be able to do it. Because look at my friend. Like, how do you think he does it? And you said he probably doesn't think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So not to call him dumb, but like you're right.
Yeah.
Like discipline, like, it's almost like it's not that he has discipline, he doesn't have discipline. Because to him, it's not about discipline. He just simply does.
He just does.
It's not like I need to be hard on myself, or maybe that's simplifying, his life, obviously. But from just watching it, like he doesn't go, time to go to the gym.
Yeah.
He just goes after
Goes for
work
it.
because that's what he does.
Well, even in a bubble, it's like we do karaoke.
Like perfect example, because we were like, should we?
Yeah.
Wait, do we go to a place to do karaoke? We talked about doing karaoke. I don't have a microphone. And he's like, oh, just sing it. Just put it on. And we were like, what? But I don't have a microphone. We put on the thing. He just starts belting
and he
out.
starts screaming System of a Down, which is
he was probably
brilliant.
He was having a great time. And that's what I mean, because maybe it's not about being dumber or smarter, but like, I'm like, I wish I could be less self-critical.
Yeah.
Because he is living a very positive, moving forward life. And like, he's not doing these what I said was it's like tertiary thinking, right? And my example was when I stream, I think like if our friend that we were talking about, the Superman guy, if he streamed, it would just be like time to stream.
Yeah.
Boop. Now I'm streaming. But me, it's like time to stream. Do the stream. There's like this thin layer above.
Yeah.
Where it's like this, like tertiary level of self-awareness, almost like you're piloting yourself.
Yeah, I'm
driving my own body.
I'm in my room doing the shining axe swings before he does the scene. Start my stream.
Yeah, and like, well, it's almost like, all right, lift up your hand, place hand down. This kind of I want to simply do, and I want to stop being
Not think
like,
about it.
Yeah.
Blissfully unaware.
Yes, that's what I and now it's coming full circle because I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't know what the point was or what I was even saying.
You want to become smarter or dumber, and you want to figure out ways which was easier or harder. And I was thinking, okay,
what is that?
Becoming smarter is definitely easier, aside from me saying the other one. But becoming dumber, I'm not kidding. Make a new YouTube account so the algorithm is fresh. Go to YouTube Shorts and scroll for 4 hours a day. I guarantee you will become dumber. It's working for me. They get this one where they get all these basketball hoops and they put aluminum foil over it.
Didn't we just talk about this? But you were the glass jars that roll down the stairs.
There's that one. Have we talked about that one already?
Yeah, literally last episode.
Okay.
You said you go on YouTube Shorts and you watch the jars fall
Well, this
down
time
the
it's
stairs.
the basketball hoops was this
I
week.
have no idea what this is.
You haven't seen them where they put the aluminum foil? Okay, 8 basketball hoops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aluminum foil in each one. And then they get an item and they drop it to see if how many aluminum foil breaks on the way down. Basketball, 0. Coffee mug, 3.
I get it. I've seen stuff like this.
Bowling ball, all of them. And I wait for that bowling ball because it's so rewarding. But how did they figure out that would be so enticing? Because I watch it every time waiting for them to drop, the samurai sword down the fucking hoop.
I think that's for babies.
Because I'm getting dumber.
I don't know if that's... I'm definitely, they say wisdom comes with age. And that may be true, but wisdom, I've come to learn, is definitely not intelligence. Because me versus myself 5 years ago, in the past,
Yeah.
that younger version of me is way smarter than me. Way smarter.
Mm.
And specifically when I was talking about reading books, because for me specifically, it's my vocabulary. It's my talking that's getting dumbed down.
Mm.
I almost feel like a Benjamin Button where it's like, if I don't figure it out soon, I'm going to like, I'm going to like turn into goop and die. You know, I'm trying to figure out before I'm like, oh, wait, because it's almost like, you know, in like phenotypes and genes and breeding, like animals, if you breed within the same pool, the diversity becomes thinner and thinner, the more generations you go down. I feel like each passing day that we hang out and I stream, my total amount of words that I know decreases each time.
Do you think there's any correlation?
I think it's because there's not diversity. That's why I want to read books, because I need to read books so that there are new sentences in rotation.
Yeah.
But for the past 2 years, it's been the same group of words, just mixed up in sequential order.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm hungry. Should we eat? Yeah. I'm not feeling good.
It's
hello.
Jover.
It's Jover. Oh, it's so Jover. No, it's not Jover yet. It's just the same. And so I was like, and maybe it's related, maybe it's unrelated, but I'm like stumbling over my words. I'm saying bacon, waken. I'm saying the cringe. And so I literally thought I have to read books to try to introduce. It's like you have like some fruit flies that are breeding and they're getting weaker, and it's like introducing a like different species of fruit flies to like diversify the alleles. I need to try to. I'm having trouble now.
It's like you're bringing evolution and like Darwinism into fucking into because you said bacon waken at the Hardys.
But then I thought.
Uh-huh.
Then I thought, no, I can't do that. I can't, because I was like, I'm trying. I said, I need to become smarter, so I need to read books. And I thought, there's nothing dumber than that.
Than reading a book?
Than reading the book for the express purpose of being smart.
Because people would just, if you want to read a book, you'd read a book.
And they would just happen to get smarter by virtue of, but for me, I'm like Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, you're trying to like,
let's get smart, guys. Let's read a book. Go ahead and pass the old man in the sea over here. Yes. Pilfer. Use that in a sentence.
I'd get dumber.
You get dumber.
Because if I'm forcing myself to try and get smarter, I would just become like some kind of automaton trying to use different words correctly. Instead, I just confidently use words incorrectly. Like before the stream started, or before this podcast started, there was an abbreviation, ASSN. What is that?
ASSN? Assassin? Wait, what are you saying?
ASSN.
ASSN?
We did say assassin.
Assassin?
Me and Kane said assassin.
Okay, that stands for something.
It's
association?
Yes.
Okay.
But Kane went association. I said, no, Kane. Association is 2 C's.
What?
I don't know why I thought ACCOCIAT, like associate.
Association, ASSO CIATION. Association.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought I had 2 C's.
Yeah. You know.
Deduction.
Association.
Yeah. yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what I was saying really.
Oh, Christmas.
But I'm deteriorating.
We all are.
Well, going back to there. Hold on. There's some sort of concrete statement in here somewhere about dumber, self-awareness, the ease of trying, discipline, talking. You know, there's a statement I want to make. See, even now is what I'm saying. Before I'd be like, what is my express purpose I'm trying to state?
I think you're just,
this is it.
You're in your own head. You're overthinking it.
That's what I'm saying, is that I don't want to do that anymore.
We just got to forget.
But I can't, because it's like this. It's a similar thing with like, oh, the stress is killing you. Don't be stressed out. It's like, What do you mean don't be stressed out? How?
Yeah.
How? You can't. I'd have to literally like forget. I'd have to not know things that I know to not
Yeah.
be stressed out. And it's like, I can't. So, Merry Christmas, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what. We'll talk more about this in New Year's resolution time comes. My
Yeah, that'll
plan
wrap around.
to become a better, slightly dumber, but also smarter version of myself.
It sounds like you're gonna figure it out.
What?
No.
I couldn't hear you.
No. I don't even know if words came out of my mouth. I'm not kidding.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
feel like the fact that you said what made me feel like I just said
But that's what it sounded like to me.
it may have been.
We're gonna be like, what's happening? I'm gonna look at the footage and I'm talking like this. What's going on?
And we're talking in gibberish for the past 45 minutes.
We're not that old. What's going on?
We just think we are
And that makes us
older.
older.
Yeah.
It has literally causation to it.
Go back to thinking you're a baby.
That's why I don't want it.
He just like Kafka roached into his chair.
I'm a
You a baby.
baby. Yeah, yeah. Tell you guys about my experiment. Your stomach hurt the other day. We were playing Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Your stomach hurt, and you were like, oh, I'm just gonna lay down here and whatever. And I was like, do you want some tea? I got some special tea that makes your stomach feel better.
Mm-hmm.
It's stomach calming tea.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it to you, and yeah, you kind of sipped on it, playing Vampire Survivors with our friends
Mhm.
around, just kind of day after the party. And then a little bit, I was like, done with that? And you're like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, your stomach feel better? And you're like, yeah. That was just hot water. and
What?
some However, my experiment is flawed
How?
because I gave you 2 Tums beforehand.
Ah.
So I don't know. It was tea.
You fucking sugar pilled me, you son
Well,
of a bitch.
hold on, but hot water is probably
I'm
good.
sure it's fine. It soothes.
So
but
the true test would if I gave you like some kind of perfectly balanced pH alkaline water that's not heated, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is medicine.
but I was under the direct impression I was getting special healing.
Do you think at some level you were more healed than you might have been?
Yeah. The mind is a powerful thing.
It's the blanket that I gave you.
Oh yeah, he gave me a blanket. He thinks
with penguins.
I said I feel better, and you're like, "Are you done with the tea?" I'm like, "Yeah," and you went, "Yeah, it was the blanket."
It's the blanket.
It's the blanket.
The penguin blankie.
You have some kind of fucking magical
Okay,
blanket.
here's
By
the
the way, knew nothing about.
Oh, my penguin
What
blankie?
the fuck? You were like, "Oh, it's the blanket." I'm like, "What? When are the? I've never seen this blanket."
Okay, listen. It sounds like a joke, right? I have this blankie and it's got penguins with Santa Claus hats on it. And I was like, this will make you feel better. And I put the blanket on you. And that sounds like a joke, but imagine this. Everything else being the same. Everything else being the same that day of you. And you're laying there with your stomach ache. The same exact version of you, but one has the penguin blanket. You're not telling me that the version of you with the penguin blanket does not feel a modicum better than the version of you without
They
it.
definitely do feel.
He would feel not significantly better, but just one little degree better. And if that's true, then the blanket literally has healing factor to it.
There has to be a name for this in some kind of study of what this is, because that could be said for anything. It's like,
Oh, what? I gave you like a ping pong ball,
Yeah.
and then
What
put it this will heal you.
there's the day where the day where you ate a bag of Cheetos and the day you didn't eat a bag of Cheetos. You're telling me your mind was in a little bit better when you didn't eat the bag of Cheetos? Because the blanket was nice. It's a good blanket.
Penguin blankie. Do you have a blanket? Are you sentimental with your blankies?
Oh, yeah. I had a blanket. That's so weird you bring that up. I just had a conversation with my mom
About your blankie?
about my blankie.
Mm.
Well, my blanket's name was Blank.
Mm.
And all that's left of him, I slept with that thing for fucking...
Oh, you still have them?
I don't have them anymore, but for years, maybe I would say even to a degree being too old to have a fucking blanket. What's the drop?
I have a blanket.
But like I'm talking like
Your blankie?
I'm talking security blanket. I'm talking like it's not like over you. It's a little fucking thing. What's the drop off to have a security blanket that you
A little thing?
like the kid from fucking Charlie Brown dragging that shit around?
Like my woke answer or my actual answer? Because I think you could have your blanket for
Forever?
whenever you want.
Okay.
Or like me, like, son, give me that blanket. You're too old.
What's the
you know what I mean?
societal,
Yeah.
the societal answer? Where they're
The
like,
societal answer, like pushing it,
yeah,
probably 12,
yeah,
right?
something like that, right?
12.
I think I had mine until I was 16. I had this little fucking security blanket. And I got, I don't have any more, but my mom showed me and she's like, "Oh, I found your blanket." It was the size of like I one playing card. It was
like a tiny little
it was
tab.
because it was worn. Because I had it since I was a baby, so for 16 years that thing was being used, and all that's left is this small little piece. It got de-atomized.
I also had a blankie, and I freaked out when my mom. Well, the thing is, my mom, it was just like, I would come from school, and she's like, I completely replaced your sheets and your blanket.
Yeah.
I was always fond of really fuzzy blankets.
Yeah.
Like, I always had blankets, and my mom would tell me, you're wearing it the wrong side. It's like the outside, but I love the furry side the most. Yeah, no, it's a little, speaking of primal, I was going to say it's a little primal, because I feel we yearn to be a little lion cub or something, wolf cub or something in our whatever. But going back to our party, I wanted to bring this up again. Like, I had a bonfire in the backyard.
Yeah.
Not like a big bonfire, I feel. It's like giant Burning Man logs, but like a little
it wasn't a
pit.
pyre.
Like like it was like a little pit. Because we wanted to roast marshmallows, and that was nice.
Yeah.
But I was testing it out the night before, and I stayed outside looking. No one's there because it's the day before party. I watched the log burn, and I just sat outside. I must have watched it for like hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like so captured by the fire, and we all came, and everyone made their rounds, sat by the fire, and there's something like. It's not just like, oh, it's warm and I like being next to this warm thing while it's cold outside. It's like this specific feeling, this weird sadness, but it's like nostalgic and it's happy at the same time.
It's reflective and for
primal.
Me. Yeah.
That's why I want to say it's primal, because I stare at it and I'm like, our ancestors, this was like all they had.
Yeah.
For supposedly 300,000 years, I think, staring at this thing. And it's like, that experience is probably baked into our DNA.
Probably. Somewhere in there. I don't know. I went outside, everyone else was partying. I went outside and I just went to go look at it. I was just sitting there.
You like it?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Listen, I would going back to this whole self-awareness, dumbness, smartness. I'm like, my intelligence and the way it affects how I experience life is the same way I would describe my video game skills. I'm not good enough to be a pro, but too good to play casually with my friends and enjoy it.
I see.
I'm not smart enough to get ahead of everyone and live a good life, but I'm too smart to just be done with the masses and watch the Talk to a podcast and buy her meme coin.
See. Yeah.
I wish, give me one or the other. I wish I was like actually like some sort of
that does hurt
X
more.
Gene high performer, whatever it's going to be, astronaut or whatever. Or I wish I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I know I'm a streamer and like a YouTuber, and I live the cushy life. And to be fair, today I thought to myself, I have a good life.
Oh, that's good.
I thought to myself, because I've been very frustrated just generally, and I thought to myself, you know what? People would literally I have the dream job of my generation.
Yeah.
Truly, of the millennial generation, the dream job, YouTuber.
Yeah.
Dream job. That's my job. I should be grateful.
You know why you said that, right?
Why?
It's because you went to the gym today.
No.
And you got back.
No.
You got back on the gym train.
You know what's really fucked up? I don't know what point I was going to make or what I was saying. And that's not a bit. That's not a joke. I truly don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yes, I know.
Uh-huh.
Like, so I'm grateful. I know I have a good life. And, like, sometimes we hang out, and I'll say something like, sometimes I wonder if I had a normal job, if I finished college, had a normal job. And it's like, oh, come on, you don't want to. And it's like, no, I get, like, you don't get what I'm saying. I'm not saying that is, like, more desirable. It's worse to have a normal job.
Yes.
But I wish I was, not that I wish, but sometimes I think if I was less self-aware of my life and lifestyle, to think that would be better. You know what I mean? That if I was like dumber and I had no other option, that would be my best option. And I wouldn't have to deal with the higher level stress of having to whatever entails my life. Because there's plenty of people that have normal jobs, and I like to imagine, are they more unhappy? I don't know, maybe some of them. But a lot of them probably are pretty fulfilled, pretty happy. You know what I mean?
It's because that's all they know.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. When sometimes I wish, again, not that I wish, but like sometimes I think, you know, maybe it'd be easier if I was just, that's all I knew.
To be like in a less like complicated environment.
Yes, less complicated environment. And it's not about like that the job is easier. Like working at McDonald's or something is harder than what I do
but you
now.
don't know what else there is. You're like, oh, I'll do my job and I'll.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Go play Call of Duty. Go 0 and 58.
That's the
bed.
thing.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up that I romanticize the shittiest life that I can imagine.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, I think it's because like because I did used to live that kind of life. And if you ask me, was I happy? It's like, oh, hell no, right? Obviously. But I do think like that kind of living, and not just related to work, but that's the obvious, thing you could draw upon. But like this up and down, right? But like this sort of tortured. Who's the guy that gets eaten by the birds? Greek myth.
Prometheus.
Yeah, this sort of like, I don't know what the point I was gonna make.
No, dude, you can't.
No, I'm serious. What was I even saying? I'm not joking. It's the hat. It's gripping my brain too. My giant fucking pulsing giant brain.
Something
too hard.
derails for 1 second and you come back to it and you have. Okay, I'm gonna ask this genuinely.
Yeah.
Do you speak words and your thought is going as the words are coming out? Or do you have like a written out thing?
What other way?
Because normally,
yeah,
like when you have a plan or like a main thought, you kind of backlog the thought and you know what's kind of coming next. Kind of? No?
Yeah.
But for you, is it just one word at a time? You lose your thought a lot.
I lose my thought a lot.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually the opposite where you're trying to apply. I see the entire movie script. And I'm remembering this is the rising action part of my script. But I got so lost in it. Yeah. That's why I say bacon Wakenburger, because I was thinking of the word Washington 4 sentences away. And I go, Waken, oh shit. And then I forget the whole entirety of it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the end of my thought, I guess.
It's got to read as jargon, because here's the problem. I should be recovering you and going, this is what you were saying. I have no idea what the fuck
The most difficult part of it is because I think I was trying, there's like something meaningful that I feel like I was saying.
It was meaningful?
But I can't.
It also took up 5 minutes of conversation getting there, and now that we don't have a result, is it pointless?
I felt like I was trying to make some sort of...
You said Prometheus.
That's what I mean by my script is too long. I was like, gotta get the Greek mythology fucking metaphor in there. So smart I am. It's like Prometheus, and then I'm like, wait, what was I saying? Some statement of like, basically, I just want to be happier,
Yeah.
and part of that is going into the new year is like me. Honestly, I think you said this, like caring less. And caring less entails like less overthinking. You just do
Yeah.
simply, not just this.
Not be lazy, you know. I think
Right. That's the thing. It's hard to, because I say these words like dumber and harder, but it's a little more than that, right? It's just
it's like this blissful ignorance kind of thing that helps, but it's hard not to like delve too deep, and if you delve too deep, it gets muddy.
Because and this is where it's really fucked up, because the type of person I'm striving to be would never say everything I just said in this past hour. This like blah, blah, blah. They're just like truly that person. If they were sitting across from me, they'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What the hell are you even saying?"
The Christmas episode would have been about Christmas.
Did you get a PS5? Oh my god, Astrobot run! Fuck yeah! Oh my god, my goat!
Astrobot. I don't know what that is. I actually don't.
People are like,
They're like gonna kill somebody if you talk shit on Astrobot.
yeah, they're because I'm like Astrobot, and they're like, you shut your mouth.
It looks stupid.
It's just, well, I mean, okay, well, I mean, truthfully, it's just, it doesn't look bad.
No.
But it doesn't look good, is what I'm saying. It's just like, yeah, it looks like
it bad.
Well, I mean,
It just looks stupid.
platformer.
They're like, game of the year. I look at, he's jumping around. I just don't get it.
But we didn't play it. That's what people will say.
I don't have a PS5.
But
I will never play it. Wait, I like Fall Guys. It should be fine.
I just, well, do you think a game that is only on the PS5
Should win.
should win Game of the Year?
It's done that like 6 years in a row, so I guess. God of War. Did Last of Us win? Yeah.
Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sony rakes it all in. Sony and Nintendo, they do well. I wanted to ask you, in the light of a Christmas episode, what was your most wanted thing? Have we talked about this ever? I think we have. Maybe not on the podcast.
Most wanted thing
for Christmas.
For Christmas.
Like
sounds familiar for some reason. Oh,
it
birthdays.
It's
different. It's different.
Is it different?
I think it's different. I think I wanted different things.
Okay.
Circumstances and context are different.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone knows off the top of their head based on what I'm about to say. But basically, my most wanted Christmas present. I have a story about this, actually.
Okay.
Transformers.
Ooh.
Not a specific Transformers, but I love Transformers.
Oh, I know what it is.
And yeah, what?
I know what Transformer you wanted.
What?
I think. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe not. That may have been a dream.
But my story is that one time I crashed out as a kid because I got a PlayStation 3.
You didn't want one?
And all of my brother and my cousins got Transformers. And I wanted Transformer.
What? Really?
And I think it was, honestly, probably a pretty interesting thing to see if you're like maybe a sociologist or a psychologist or something, because I'm one of the oldest, I think, at that time period. And so like it was like some mismatch of like the adults seeing me as like older and separate from the rest of the gaggle, but me still thinking that I'm young and I still think of myself as the same kind of age and want the same things. So it's interesting. Also, PS3, dog shit. I was right. Because
it is
PS3,
bad. Fucking
what's on there? Spider-Man 3, the game,
Astrobot.
movie, the game. We're like astral clock because I'm so bored. I sit there and get thrombosis in my leg because I fall asleep.
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers.
What did you want? Which one?
Any of them?
For some reason, I thought you wanted the Stingray Transformer.
No, that's just one of my favorite Transformers.
Oh, thank God it wasn't a dream. That
No,
would have been weird as fuck.
It's because we went to Target and they have like a shitty version of him. I was like,
Oh.
wait, I remember this guy.
Okay.
The Manta Ray.
Yes.
He had a big triangular fins.
Yep. Okay. It all blended together.
So I think, yeah, Transformers.
Mine was kind of close to that. You know what the Robo-Raptor is? You know Robo-Sapien? He dances and he like.
Oh,
rolls around,
yes.
And he picks stuff up and he
Robo Sapien. Oh my God.
would do his own shit. You go like let it run around.
Yes.
Well, my brother Reese got a Robo-Sapien. And
Would you get Transformers?
and I thought the Robo-Sapien was so cool.
He
You
was.
could talk to him, and he could lift stuff and put stuff down, and he could dance. But what I wanted was they released a Robo-Raptor. And he can sync up with the Robo-Sapien, and they can fucking fight and shit.
Cool.
And lo and behold, when I saw that Robo-Sapien, I opened up my gift, fucking Robo-Raptor. And we had those things fucking beat the shit out of each other in my grandmother's house all day. That was the same, I think that was the same year. Was that the same year we got like the Wii? And maybe in the Wii or something. Or maybe it was an Xbox or Left 4 Dead came out, I think. Left 4 Dead I remember playing Left 4 Dead and the Robo-Sapien and Robo-Raptor just beating the shit out of each other.
That's epic.
You could talk to them and they had like sensitive touch. I like these days it's like a bunch of crap because like I could talk to my phone.
You could talk to Freerun.
Yeah, exactly.
Online.
Yeah, I could do it all. My hopes and dreams right there on one button press. But back then, it's like, yeah, it can move like this on like suction cupped feet and falls over, and your dog will fucking attack it. But yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of good Christmases. My family really went all out with Christmas for some reason. I think I was spoiled, not in the sense that like my parents were very strict actually, but my Christmases were quite large.
That's good.
They were large.
I think that's good. The thing is, I think I was pretty spoiled from like middle school up. I was pretty lucky that
It dropped off of high school.
yeah, there's
Pretty
like
hard.
this middle school to early high school, right?
It's from everything to nothing eventually. And they not exactly nothing, but you know.
But you know, I think for me, I think about it. It's kind of related to this whole midlife crisis thing.
Yeah.
3/4 life crisis thing I'm having.
Yes.
where I'm like reflecting upon my life. I'm like, oh, I should be happy or whatever because
Yeah.
I'm like I was pretty spoiled, I think, as a kid. Nothing like, you know, some other friends I had, whatever.
They'd get cars.
Yeah, I'm not getting
Yeah,
new fucking
no,
cars
no,
and
no,
stuff
no.
like that. But I'm like, you know, there's this sort of shame, I guess, that you kind of feel if you're spoiled. But I'm like, fucking good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Isn't that the point? Good job, parents. You won. That was the point.
Yeah.
You went through all that hardship so that I could thrive. Yes, I'm so fucking proud to be spoiled. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Why do I wish to? That's what you suffered. That was the point.
Yeah, they're like-
so that I cannot suffer as much.
We should get them rocks.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
was calling my dad to fix my sink,
Yeah.
and I felt bad, you know, because I'm like, I should be able to do this, and I thought, nah, Dad, come over here and help me. Like this is like, isn't this what you want to be my father? And like, you know, thank God I don't have to.
But look at it from your position, like when we're like, if we ever become parents.
Oh no, I'm telling Freerun to
Fuck you.
Yeah. Freerun, can you tell my kid how to play soccer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But the thing is, for me, holidays and Christmas, it was actually not that extravagant. I was spoiled in like day to day, I think. But like I never really got crazy gifts. I mean, I got like Xboxes, but I feel all my friends got Xboxes.
Oh, maybe
you
I
know?
wasn't spoiled.
I got like
That was insane to me.
the Robo Raptor.
It was a GameCube and a giant TV, and then like a bunch of other stuff, like little figures and Godzilla shit. And that's me.
Did your parents knew you're a dinosaur kid?
Oh God, yes. My mom still thinks I'm super dinosaur forward.
What's crazy is like if we had kids separately, not like you and me. Or actually, for the hypothetical sake, it could be both. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, oh, dinosaurs. Oh, he get him dinosaur toy.
Yeah.
But like, how many generations will it take for it to be like dinosaur toy? And it's like people are thinking they weren't even real, or like, what is that,
Dude.
You know, because like dinosaurs, when our parents are getting us dinosaur toys, it's like obviously, like, oh, this is a dinosaur. I know exactly what a dinosaur is. But how long until it's like, here's T-Rex, and like a kid knows what a T-Rex is because they see movies and stuff, but how long until that's kind of like, it's not that it's for like lost, but it's not as readily in people's heads where it's like, oh yeah, that's a dinosaur, instead of like, oh, that's that character toy thing that, you know?
The thing is they've had, 365 million years to not be trendy, and they're still kind of going around. I don't know with dinosaurs, because I do feel like they are losing steam. The 90s is over. Dinosaurs were huge during the 90s.
Street sharks.
Dude, I know what you're talking about.
Street sharks. They weren't exactly dinosaurs. Or I think there was a T-Rex.
You're thinking of the extreme dinosaurs, which is by the people that did Street Sharks.
Okay.
And that's why I was about to be like, okay, I said dinosaurs, and you went, oh, Street Sharks. But
my mind is.
But they're the same. Yes, they're very similar.
I loved Street Sharks.
They were cool as fuck.
I gotta ask my mom about Street Sharks.
They were cool as fuck.
They're buff.
I had the extreme dinosaur version. If you look them up, they're like the Street Sharks, big buff, wearing cargo pants, and I wanted the figures of them so bad. But two things. First of all, you say it with dinosaurs, and they might go out of style. But what if like eventually it's gotta be a kid on Christmas, and they open up their gifts, and they're human toys?
The Glorp and Schmorps.
Yeah. They're like, humans.
My brother had I don't know. My brother had
the blue collar worker.
And I wanted the podcaster so bad. He was the coolest thing.
Yeah, what would be the T-Rex of the humans?
Yeah.
The human toys.
Well, something that you always really wanted but you never got.
Oh, fuck. A Razor phone.
A Razor?
Like a
what is
Razor flip phone? The big square rectangular phones back in the day, Motorola's.
the front?
They were square. It was kind of like the bougie phone that all the kids in like middle school and high school had, that were like, I was using a $5 Nokia fucking burner phone, and everyone else had that goddamn Motorola Razor. And I thought it flips upward. Yeah.
What phone did I have? No, I had a square. I think it was a Nokia. It's a square.
Yeah. Oh, I had one of those.
Like a little
too,
rectangle.
Yep, I had one of those.
Black,
too.
pretty thin.
Yep.
And then I had a Zune.
Oh my God, really?
I had a Zune, yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that I never was able to get. Eventually, I got it. It just took some time. GTA 4 was a fight. GTA 4 was a fucking
Connor
fight.
is Connor is the other kid on Xbox Live that I would play against.
Yeah.
Like, because my sphere, like Kane and I grew up, we played games, and we missed a lot of these big games.
Yeah.
And when we talk to you, you are like so into all these other games.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Mass Effect,
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption,
Mass
GTA,
Effect was a fight
all these
too.
games that like me and Kane completely missed. Just because we didn't know you. Because we just played what our other friends played, and we just never happened to know. Because if one of our friends was just like, oh, I got Mass Effect. And we're like, oh, is that cool? I would have gotten it probably. But I just never.
It's because my friends got it. I was never the first to get it. I go over to their house, and they're like, look what I got, dude. I went, what's this? And they're like, oh, it's Bubba. And I'd play it, and then I'd go, that was awesome. And then I'd buy Bubba, and then we'd both have it. Always.
What was your favorite, like, game growing up? or was there like a? Because you said Bubba to Bubba,
Well,
and I thought of Abe's Odyssey for some reason.
what the
You know
fuck is
Abe's
that?
Odyssey?
No.
It's like an ugly dude and he's got a stitched mouth, and it's kind of like I don't know.
What the fuck? What?
You ever play like you have
Oh,
weird games?
oh, you're thinking of yes,
Odd
World. or
Odd World, yeah, that-
okay. No, I never did play that. It always looked like. Why did it look like it was on the side of like a energy drink or something? It
Yeah,
was so
that's a
weird.
perfect way to describe it.
It was such a weird looking little fucking game. It didn't look real.
Thinking about old games like that.
Well, we go to that retro game store.
That's why I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I wanted World or Wario Land, I think. Wario World.
I loved WarioWare.
That's a fun one. You said the Wii earlier. I think that's slept on.
You know, I think it's the best selling console of all time. I think it is because I said the same thing. I'm like the Wii that bombed, right? And then I look it up and I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
There's no way.
I hear Kane looking it up.
Best selling console?
I think it's the best selling console of all time. I still think it is.
So number 1 is PlayStation 2.
Oh. Next.
And next, according to this, is Nintendo DS.
I mean, I had a DS.
I mean, I can see that.
But I swear I saw like a thing recently that said that Nintendo Switch surpassed the DS.
I believe that.
Okay, so the Wii is not in any of this.
The Wii is 7th place.
What? Okay, well, you were just wrong.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that.
Maybe at the time.
Maybe I was looking at PS3 and Xbox and Wii. Is it higher than those two? PS3 and Xbox?
It is one above PS3.
Wait, where's the Xbox?
Xbox is below PS3.
What?
So it's 9th
Dude,
place.
I played a piece of shit, I guess. Jesus.
I
That was my favorite
Xbox
Xbox.
360 was the best.
Oh.
Thing ever made.
Xbox 360 is different from Xbox.
Oh, where's Xbox 360?
It's below PS3, which is below.
What?
Yeah.
So we were in the minority?
Really?
PSN
Wow.
felt so dead. I'll go on PSN and that shit felt lifeless.
Yeah, I feel like Xbox was, that's where it was at.
It
Everyone
felt
had
like
Xbox.
home.
Felt like home.
You see, you see XX fucking dumbass comes online
XX dumbass.
and you go into the party system and then they'd all join the party.
It was our Skype. It was
Yeah.
our Discord. Well,
Yeah.
I guess Skype was existing at the time, but I would go into Xbox group chats with
Yeah.
your friends list, and I talked with all my friends. I talked with Kane.
It was so much fun. Did you do the theater mode thing where you
Yes, theater
Oh,
mode.
on the arcade? Fuck, that was epic. And then you'd invite the 48-year-old man that you met in a Call of Duty lobby.
Dude, did you have one of those?
Yes.
Dude, I had one of those.
I know his name, but I can't say it. So
I
he had
know.
like a bad username, but like
Oh, I thought you didn't want to like.
no, I don't know what he was doing. He had a kid. You'd always hear his kid screaming in the background.
I had one of those.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
I met him on the Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue forums.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even scarier.
See, I'm thinking right now. I'm like,
We could have
was that weird, or is that just?
That was just a product of its time.
I was gonna say, is that
Yeah.
just how it was?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back. No, nothing weird.
No, I never
Just
had
play
anything weird.
Halo.
He'd be like, "Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing?"
But it is weird because, like, you know what? It's not weird for me. He wasn't being weird, but
Is he the weird one?
if I'm him,
Yeah.
that's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because like it's not weird for me to hop on and he's like, all right, so we're playing Halo. Like I don't know, but for him to hop on
yes.
and I go, hey,
I'm 15. Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah.
But these people, they got no one else.
I don't know what. Yeah.
They're just gaming,
I think it was just sad
It was sad.
because then he's like, gotta go put my kid to bed. You guys have a good night. I don't know.
I'm sad now.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Kane, did you have an old guy?
No, you and I kind of shared him a little bit.
Was he cool?
He wasn't that old. Not like that. What you're saying.
Oh, not he was probably what, my age?
Oh, see, that's weird. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, this guy must have been like 35. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, he might have been like 19 or 22 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't
The
really.
guys I talked to, they were in their 30s. So it's like, talking to you, I guess, when I was 15. That's weird.
Yeah, the Xbox Live,
Dude.
man. Well, because the Xbox 360 had the dashboard,
So good.
and you can customize it.
It's perfect.
Perfect. Just like, it wasn't like,
There was a sense of community.
and you could customize it.
Yep.
And I downloaded pictures. I don't even know how I managed to do this because I'm so not savvy with like technology. I've never been. Somehow I downloaded images from my favorite webcomic, which was called Two Kinds. And I was able to put the images onto my dashboard.
What? I don't.
Kane, search up Two Kinds and show Connor what. Kane knows Two Kinds as well.
Two Kinds?
It's my favorite webcomic. Yeah. Toss it on the big screen so you can see.
What the fuck is that?
This was my favorite webcomic.
Is it a furry webcomic?
I mean,
This is a furry webcomic.
there are anthropomorphic like
This is-
animal.
This is for furries.
Well,
I never knew that about you. Oh. Suddenly, this explains so much.
what?
They're like,
You see that? Blue orange?
yeah. They're just the I don't know. The furries. You're not a furry, but you like furry adjacent things.
You know, I will admit I'm not a furry,
Yeah.
but I love furry adjacent stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe that's I don't know what statement I wanted to even make.
Holy shit. Was it good? What was it about?
God, yeah, it was kind of angsty and yeah, maybe a little like sexually pent up at it wasn't like hardcore.
No.
Like they weren't doing hardcore shit, but like it was kind of charged, you
Yeah.
know? And actually this webcomic is why I got into art,
Yeah?
digital art.
Wait, how old is this?
Because I always like to draw. Oh God, I don't know how.
I'm just looking at
Kane, is
Tiger
there?
Gr-
Can you go to like the first comic? And does it have like a date? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, it just hit 21st
Oh my
anniversary.
God.
But,
It's still going?
Can you click the first page?
but yeah,
October 22nd,
2000.
2003. Wow. So this webcomic is I mean I always like to draw, but I watched this
Oh my God.
I don't remember it looking this bad. He got really good at drawing. I don't remember it even looking that bad. But I read this and I said to myself, I'm like, how is this possible? Because I looked at it and I was like, it doesn't look like a drawing, but very clearly someone drew this. How is this possible?
Yeah.
That's not like markers, or it kind of looks like. I mean,
Digital.
I discovered what digital art was.
Yeah, that
because
was a-
of Two Kinds, this webcomic,
That's
and I got
crazy.
my dad to get me a Wacom bamboo
I
tablet,
gotta say, it's a bamboo.
so I could start drawing digitally. So you guys have Two Kinds, the furry adjacent webcomic, to thank for my.
Oh. That's
A large part of
actually-
my-
That's an interesting story, actually.
Wow, he really improved.
Did you ever do pivot animation or anything?
Pivot animation,
You don't know pivot?
like
it's like
stop
s-
motion.
Is that what it's called? Pivot? Like the stick pivot? Stick. It was like a stick. It's called, I think the program was called Pivot.
Oh no, I
I
don't
think?
know.
Oh man, I'm all over the place today. I can't remember anything.
Kane's just reading it right now, by the way.
He was staring at that tiger girl's ass for a good
He's
5
just-
minutes.
There was this period where I actually went back to it and I caught up.
What?
And this was probably in like late high school.
How was it?
I don't remember. It's interesting. It's cool, I guess.
Maybe I got some light.
I just thought the characters are hot.
I mean, that's all I need to hear. It makes sense.
One of your gamer tag was
yeah, it was
named
based
after-
on a Toucan's character.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So yeah, I was like the equivalent, but it was early on.
Yeah.
But it'd be like the equivalent of like going on Twitter and you get into like a political argument with someone named like Hyper Teal Sans Undertale or something.
Right.
You know, that was me.
That's insane. Wow. That's fucking with two kinds.
Two kinds.
Huh.
And the craziest part about this story is that I'm pretty sure the author of this webcomic is Markiplier's brother.
What?
Yeah. Or cousin? Or brother? Cousin?
Oh my
Related
God.
to Markiplier.
Is that why I saw a tweet one time? They were talking about Markiplier's.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember.
So it's very weird.
Huh.
Or not weird, but
It's interesting.
because I didn't even know Markiplier. I'm one of the few people who know of this guy
before
Markiplier.
Markiplier.
And
yeah.
probably like this guy better than Markiplier. So
That's crazy.
you didn't have what's your weird transformative media?
Nothing crazy. I was pretty normie. I don't know what I did back then. I watched Harry Potter Puppet Pals. You don't know that one? Wow.
Dumbledore.
Yep.
Yeah, come on.
I used to watch a lot of AMVs, like
Mm.
a lot of Naruto. It was like self-drawn AMVs where they would draw it themselves.
The self-insert.
Weird fan fiction-y shit. I'm trying to think of weird.
I read fan fictions on fanfiction.net.
Really, I never got into it. I would try and make my own.
Well, okay, listen, I know like you Zoomers out there, you don't understand. Okay, you truly don't understand. Like the internet is such it's you have the Library of Alexandria at your fingertip times 1,000, right? But back in the old days, even though there was internet, it wasn't so fledged out, especially fandoms.
Yep.
You had to go to like anime conventions to meet people, and it was just so disjointed, and it wasn't so easy as like clicking a hashtag. And it was, you just weren't as like, you did not feel as fed as you do today. Because it's like today you pick any popular whatever, and it's just like instantly you just there's merchandise and there's Twitter accounts specific to that.
You had to dig.
You had to
back then.
You had to dig back then.
Yeah.
And fan fiction, I think a lot of people now, they think it's like very corny, whatever. But you gotta like imagine from our point of view, growing up, you go to fanfiction.net and like you like Naruto, right? For example, and you're caught up. Or the thing is, even back then, you had no real sense of like the season's ending.
Yeah.
You just watched, and there are no more episodes to watch. You had
where to go,
and that's a criticism I have these days of like it's almost ruins it. Like, all right, Arcane's out. There's 3 episodes this week, and then 3 episodes next week, and 3 episodes the week after, and that's going to be it. Like, you never knew that when you watched your shows back then as a kid. And so, like, I like Naruto, and I discovered fan fictions, and you got to imagine, it's like getting more of the content.
Yes.
It was like, wait, oh my God, I read this fan fiction, and like, if it's good, it's like you're getting more of the stuff.
I totally get it.
It was like so crazy because you're like reading it like, oh my God, this is more of the story that I want to read. I mean, obviously they'd get weird and it'd be like disjointed or whatever, but you're not really like thinking like, oh, this is set. It's just you're imagining the characters, and it's like you're getting fed more.
I totally agree.
And it was like so special fan fiction.
There was nothing else to expand on the thing that you wanted more of.
Because these days you could just like Jujutsu Kaisen comes out and you go on Twitter and it's just like 50 posts of like Satoru Gojo getting his fucking back blown out,
right?
Just every which way, and like just everything you could possibly conceive.
Reddits,
anything, and it almost makes you desensitized to it.
Yes,
and it also, I think, like there's just way more of an othering of the fan made content. But like, not that I ever thought the fan fictions were official or anything, but it was just like you're just so desperate for more. That's the same thing with the anime music videos. It was like, yeah, it's the Naruto fight and different scenes, but when they cut it up with the music, Like I think you Zoomers think it's some kind of corny thing, but to us, it was like
That was the raw shit.
yeah, it invoked the same feeling you had at certain moments, and it was almost like watching a new episode of old episodes. Repackaged.
I remember seeing something like that it was like this pivotal fight of Naruto versus Sasuke, where the animation is really good and they're fighting in the water. And
when he leaves, he
punches into him, and it was like so.
Yeah.
The thing is, I didn't even know that Naruto was that far along. I was on like the Zabuza arc, watching Toonami, and I was watching that. I'm like, oh, that was cool. And then I go to my friend's house and they're like, have you seen this fucking fight? And I'm like, where did this come from? I don't even know how this happened. And it's just this fucking crazy ass fight.
Well, it's like the Japanese version.
Yeah.
And then the English, there was no sense of that either.
No. Yeah.
But there was a point where you realize, oh, it comes out in Japanese first.
Yeah.
And then.
See, I never knew that until like high school. I didn't even know Naruto was Japanese. I didn't even understand what it was. I didn't know it was anime. I didn't know what any of that meant. It was crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I totally get it. Well, here's the embarrassing thing for me. I already talked about like my security blanket. This is even worse. I don't know if you did this. This was real bad.
Okay.
It's not. I'm ashamed of it, but I was a kid. Did you ever draw your own OCs that was connected to some kind of universe of a show you would watch?
Yeah.
You would draw them.
Yeah.
Would you cut them out?
Cut them out.
You would cut them out and make them interact with OCs, with the characters from the show. So it was my way of self-inserting shit.
Like, what do you mean? Would you put it on the TV screen? What are you talking about?
You draw the characters from the show as well, and you would watch an episode and you would continue it by drawing these fucking things. By the way, I'm a dog shit artist, so it looked real bad. Cutting them out and then continuing it in your head to some degree.
I can understand that.
You get it?
I would draw original characters from whatever thing.
Because I didn't know what else to do. Because for some reason, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. And I didn't know what else to do. It would end. I went, I need more of this. I don't know what to do. And I would just cut out.
I love that. I love that story. I know I've never done that. I've drawn comics.
Yeah.
Little comics and story.
I did that
and
too.
I think like fandom has evolved where, it's like these kids these days, they don't understand that comes from like a profound sense of wanting more of the base content and wanting to be fed more.
Yeah.
Because a lot of content, is, I see it on Twitter and it's like, it's so like engineered to be like fan content in terms of like, I draw this picture of this thing and not really, it doesn't really come from the sense of, it's more of like homage rather than coming from the sense of like, I need more of this thing.
Right.
You're like, let me pay my tribute, draw this fan art as opposed to like, I just yearn so badly for this. I need to satisfy that emptiness in my brain.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know. I'm surprised I'm not like an artist or something. I never got good at art, but I did so much drawing. I did tracing. I did this cutout thing. I would get a bunch of lined paper, staple it together, and make a cover, and then start drawing panels and shit.
I did that too.
All the time.
I would, well, first of all, maybe it's not too late.
Oh, it's too late.
I don't know.
I'm real bad. I got a bamboo tablet once.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to learn how to draw. And then, for some reason, in my head, I'm like, oh, it's just like drawing on paper. I'm still bad. For some reason, I thought I'd get the tablet.
Well, no, give yourself more credit. It's even harder.
On paper or the tablet?
On tablet.
See, I thought so too. But for some reason, I thought I got the tablet, spent like $200 on it, and I'm like, I'm going to become an artist now.
Good.
And I used it, and I went, wait, I'm not better. This doesn't make anything easier.
You could, first of all, I don't blame you because that transition, it's really hard. And like all of us that went through it, you felt so dog ass about your own art because you went from being good relatively to like being bad. Yeah. And it looks so bad. And that's such a hard bump to get over because it's awkward. It's not the same as like drawing, it's just awkward.
I had some,
but it's not too late.
Drawing. I bet there's some crack stuff in there. I loved it, but now I just look at it in horror.
I took off my Santa hat, by the way, a while ago because it was constricting my brain
Okay.
flow. Doesn't this look like
He's
like a
what do you want me to say?
uncircumcised?
It looks like a cock. Yes. Yep. He's making the Santa hat flaccid. And
wouldn't it make sense? Shouldn't it be able to be flush against your body when it's not in use? That makes sense. Why isn't it like that?
why is it a tube?
Why is it a floppy tube that's out? Because aren't some animals like that? It makes sense.
Where it's like normal and then it comes out when it needs to come out.
And why do the balls have to be separate? Like, I know it sounds weird, but think about it. Like, shouldn't the balls be in the body? Why would it make it? Doesn't it make sense that it's inside the body?
Feel like at a evolutionary standpoint, it's only to our detriment that the balls are on the outside.
Yeah.
It's a weak point.
Yeah. I think people say, oh, maybe it's too hot. But what I'm saying is like, but wouldn't your body have evolved to accommodate that?
Figure it out.
Doesn't it make sense for it to stay in your body?
I don't fucking
Because
know.
I think that because every time I lay down at night, Pickles jumps and he lands on my balls perfectly every single time with his 20 metric tons of force on each paw, and he just manages, like, he could land on my thigh, this thigh, stomach, chest, but he lands on my balls perfectly, and I goes, because I'm sleeping. I'm like,
I saw him parkour off your balls at the Christmas party.
He jumps perfectly, and I'm like, damn, I wish these things were inside my own body so they wouldn't be exposed to the elements. And Pickles.
It's not Pickles' fault that it's like the center point of like he can't jump high enough to bounce off your stomach or chest. It's like this weird like vulnerable center point. He's not gonna do it off your leg. Bounce right off your balls.
So I just think it just makes more sense to me. So I don't know. Is it because we evolved at some point? It was to when we were in our primitive selves. It was like to get mates. Like, yeah, look. Like,
I have a dick.
It's like a peacock feather. It's like, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
We're gonna do a Jest Ask. You can use the hashtag Jest Ask on Twitter to ask us. Bacon Waken. Fuck my chungus life. Producer Kane will pick out any one of these questions to ask us. So, go ahead.
This question is from Keiko, and they ask, do you guys have a favorite family recipe? Something one of your parents or grandparents or something brings, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my gosh.
You too. You too.
Oh, no. Wait, hold on.
Psionic attack.
One of your parents or grandparents or something. No. They made a mistake in there.
Oh, it's their warning.
But basically, a favorite family recipe.
Your mom's cookies, right?
I do love my mom's cookies.
He's been baking his mom's cookie recipe, which turns out to be the recipe.
That turns out to be the recipe on the back of a Toll House chocolate chip bag. But that's not my favorite thing my mom makes. She makes a lot of good stuff. Oh God, her actual recipe? Fuck. Man, she makes these like pumpkin chocolate chip cookies that I love so much.
Oh, pumpkin chocolate.
They're not
chip.
like hard. They're like these soft pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and they're one of my favorite things I've ever had in my entire life.
Wow.
They're so fucking good. I need to learn how to make them because I missed the window for like autumn and all that to do them. But man, that's my favorite thing she bakes for sure. I don't know about as far as food goes. She does like these stuffed shells. I don't know if it's Italian. She's Italian. I don't know. She's like Greek and Italian, so it's like
So good. Pasta.
stuffed shells. I don't even like pasta.
Starving.
But she makes these. We just had all you can eat sushi. God, I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. I'm like salivating thinking about this shit.
Well, it's because sushi is like not filling.
It's weird.
It's filling at the moment.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's because you're not eating a lot of protein. I mean, fish is protein, but like,
Yeah.
goes through you.
It's hard to choose. What about you?
My mom makes this like spicy stew with anchovies, like canned anchovies, or mackerel. It's like these.
Some tiny fish.
It's a tiny fish, and it's like a spicy stew, and that's childhood.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Is there a name for
I have no idea.
it? Huh?
It's just spicy stew my mom makes.
Interesting.
Um,
I've never had those tiny fish before, like tuna or
like
mackerel.
like anchovies and
Never. Are they good? Were they like they're salty, right?
yeah,
Are they like meaty? What are they? I've never had one.
it's like fish. It's soft. Usually you can just eat it whole, like the bones and all.
I think I'd like it.
It's pretty good.
Huh.
Yeah, because most people I think would is like, oh, that's gross or something. But
I like
it
fish.
depends.
I don't know.
Depends.
I like the idea of it for some reason.
Like, just cracking the bad boy open and eating it with a fork. Yeah, maybe that's kind of
yeah,
gross.
forget
But
it.
like you
Yeah.
drain it and you put, yeah.
If you cook it with something.
I literally could just like if I had a bowl of like cooked white rice, I literally could probably pop one of those, drain it, and just put it over the rice and eat
Really?
it as
What
if
about
it
on
was like.
pizza? Don't people do anchovies on pizza? Or is that a
See,
cartoon
at that
thing?
point, like,
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm actually like, I've come around now that my pizza palate has expanded.
Yeah.
We go to New York. We got this
Great pizza place that we've gone
great
to.
pizza place that we've been going to, and like, I used to get Supreme, which is basically every fucking thing possible. But now that I've had good pizza, I've come around and like, I'm anti-Supreme.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Yes.
And so when I think of anchovy pizza now, I'm like, that's what are you even doing? Because it's just so much flavor. That's not like
Let the pizza speak for
Yes,
itself. You know,
yes.
you're doing this chicken barbecue shit. Just get fucking chicken. I can't stand. I'm the same way.
I once, and trust me, guys, I'm like an apologist for like Pizza Hut, Domino's, just the works, right? But once you have good pizza, and the thing is, for me, I've always been like, cheese pizza? What the fuck are you talking about? At least get pepperoni, at the very least.
Yeah.
But once you have good pizza, I sometimes don't even want pepperoni. Sometimes just the cheese pizza.
I feel so proud right now. It's finally happened.
Well, I always watch, who's that guy that rates the pizzas?
I knew you got fucking Portnoy. I knew you got to talk about him.
He always has a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
And in the videos, I'm like, what the fuck is he eating cheese pizza? What is he, a baby?
Yeah.
Eat a pepperoni slice. I get it. I get a pizza, good pizza, cheese slice.
Yep. That's all you need. Sometimes.
That's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes, if you want pepperoni, yeah, okay. But cheese slice. I can't believe I'm saying that. I used to be angry.
You changed.
I used to be angry when we order for a group and we have to get a cheese pizza. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you a baby?
If it's a good enough place, I mean, it depends. Like if we're ordering Domino's, don't order a fucking cheese pizza.
Like cafeteria.
Mask that pizza as much as possible. If it's gonna be a shitty pizza, but if it's good pizza, let it be pure. Speak for itself.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know now.
Because in Vegas too, I could not find good pizza for the life of me.
Well, we finally have one.
We finally have a good pizza place, and I'm so thankful for that. And we need to go there in person because it's a vibe in there. So
Oh yeah?
just to remind you, yeah, it's cool. It's got a bar and all that. It's cool.
We've still been meaning. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. New Year's resolution. We got to film one of our food episodes.
We should go there. They'll probably let us film.
What do we do?
It's only like 4 minutes from my home.
I'd eat, and we'll eat the pizza.
Yeah.
That's good pizza.
I liked the pizza.
I liked the
Was,
pizza.
that was good. End of episode.
I mean, that sounds like a joke, guys, but that was literally the Forbidden Fry episode. Except it was bad.
I didn't like that fry. That's
I
weird.
didn't like that.
Didn't like that.
Bad.
Next one.
Next.
That was weird. Honestly, it's been so long. I don't even remember what the fry episode is like. It's just, I think it might be worse than we think it is. But when I tried editing it, I remember it was not very good. So who knows?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Merry
Oh my God.
Merry Christmas.
This is the Christmas episode. I totally fucking forgot. That's the best in Jest way though. We don't stick on topic.
This is what my bottom of my toilet bowl sees.
Oh, was it meant to be a dick?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, but then you made it.
Yeah. No, that
It was shitting.
that was.
Sorry.
Yes, part 1.
Okay. It's prolapsing.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You see, yes, Connor, yes.
You were too lost in thought of making a prolapsing visual image of an anus with your Santa hat to even engage in the discussion that we were having.
No, what? At the end of every episode, we crown who is the best in jest, as the name implies. Christmas edition.
Yep.
Christmas edition. And so our producer Kane here, based on whatever parameters he sees fit, will choose the best in jest. And the loser
gets pied.
gets pied in the face. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
So, so Kane, who's getting pied in the face? Who is the best in jest, rather? Who is the best in jest?
The best in jest for today will be. Let me think. Whoever can tell me
Fuck these riddles.
what year did Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You
God.
come out?
2008.
Okay, that's your guess.
You don't think that Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You existed pre-Obama era? Think about that.
I don't know. I just kind of guessed. It just sounded right. I don't think it was around before Halo 3. That was 2007. That's how I base years off of video games. Do you remember Mariah Carey's? Oh, yeah. I'm confident.
2008?
Yeah, I think it's around then. I don't think it's earlier. Do you?
I'm really trying to make an educated guess here.
Well, I know nothing about Mariah Carey or Christmas, so this is gonna be rough.
Is it cheating to ask how old Mariah Carey is?
Would that help?
Yes. They're putting her in Fortnite.
It's true.
What?
You get a
Oh.
free emote.
She must be older then.
How old is Mariah Carey? I'm gonna let you change your answer if you want, based on this.
Okay.
Based on what he says here.
Okay, currently Mariah Carey is 55 years old.
See, that's the thing. Are you gonna tell me?
Wait, that might be my favorite one. That one's good. That sounds pretty good.
I think Mariah Carey's other Christmas song is better than that one.
Which one's that?
Christmas.
Oh, she did that too.
Christmas. Yeah.
She's the fucking Christmas lady.
Dude, I think that one's just called Christmas. That one's a better one, I think.
That's a good one.
Dun 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 dun.
I like that one
dun,
better.
dun.
That one's good though. 2008.
How old was Mariah Carey?
55.
55.
It's 2024. So how old was she in the year 2000?
Speaking to the mic.
Wait, how old is she?
55.
55 minus 24 is 41. So in year 2000, she was 41. Do I really believe that Mariah Carey came out with the classic, timeless classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You, earlier or later than in her career at 41 years old,
Man.
over 10 years older than I am now?
55 minus 24 is not 41.
Wait, what? 31.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what year would that be?
2000.
2000.
Oh,
So in the year 2000, Mariah Carey was 31 years old.
and then in 2008, she was 39.
How old was I?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know. I have no idea. This is so much numbers.
2006.
You locking in, boys?
I'm locking in 2006.
I'm locking in.
All right. 2006 and 2008, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's gonna be like 1997.
Dude, if it's the 90s, I'll be stunned.
Hold on. All I Want for Christmas Is You came out on October 29th, 1994.
19? I wasn't even born yet. You mean this has been playing since the day I was born and onward for Christmas? I didn't even know.
So Landon got it, right?
I mean, he's right. Yeah.
He's closest.
That means fucking anything.
1994?
How old was she?
How old is she now?
55.
55. She was 25 years old.
What? I just want you for my own.
Wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
1994?
1994.
Wow. And they're still talking about it? Shut up.
Jesus Christ. The joke is, the meme is real.
I guess that makes sense. You know what? We should have thought about that. It's being put in Fortnite. That means it's been going on for so long,
Fuck.
right? But then again, they just had it skibbity toilet. Forget it.
Can you
Nothing's
imagine
sacred.
you're 25 years old, you make a Christmas song,
And it's played to this day.
and 30 years later, you're in Fortnite?
And you're still on the radio. Forever.
Wow.
It makes me feel so small.
Yeah, what am I doing, man? I'm making fucking prolapse Santa Claus hat jokes, and
That was pretty good. I like that.
I bet you do.
I like that.
All right, Kane, who's the best in Jest then?
It's me. It's you.
It's you, Landon. You're the best in jazz.
You.
Yes!
It's him. I'm not good at these sudden rule changes.
Yeah,
in the
I'll
best
be
in
honest.
Jest.
These past 2 episodes, it's been a pop quiz.
It's
I used to just like it. Part of me likes it when he was just like, Connor, because I like to smile today.
now it's what's 36 times 54? My high school degree is just fucking firing all cylinders. Do I need to take this off and get the? Okay. It's like snow. Do it again. Do it again. Come on. You have to.
No, that's all's fair.
Okay.
All's fair. Oh, you do look like you got a little snow drizzled on you.
Got a little snow on me.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. That was the Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
I hope you got a Robo-Raptor for Christmas. Oh,
He's back.
he's doing the invisible car. Watch out!
Wait, look out!
Oh,